What's cracking, everybody. So listen, I've been getting hit up by so many people's Mac. Did you see the RX Muscle video with Cali Muscle? Mac, he's a contradictor. Mac, he didn't answer none of the questions. Mac, you gotta go check it out because he don't know what he's talking about and all this shit, right? So I watched it this morning about 4 a.m. I'm watching the video and I'm like, listening to the stuff, and I was blown away. Some of the things he was mentioning just don't make sense. For instance, when he talked about prison, said that he was running the Muslims. He was a shot caller. You're not in a gang, you're not from a gang, you're not from an organization, which means you can't run shit in prison. Not to mention, I had 2 brothers in there. Say the boy wasn't no voice, he wasn't none of that. You see what I'm saying? One of my brothers got out from doing 19, and my oldest one just came home about 2 years now. He did 24 and a half years. And when I tell you, both of them, one from Rolling 60s, the other from A4 Main Street Mafia. General. True general. You see what I'm saying? The boy wasn't doing none of that shit. All that fabricated stuff, talking about the shot caller. Come on now. Total bullshit. So I finished listening to the interview. I'm listening to the health questions and all of this that's being asked. He's talking around it. One moment he say his heaviest was 270 for 10 days. Then they asked him further in the video how much he weighed, his heaviest. He said 250, 260. No, what is it? 240, 250. The dude just a contradictor and a liar. And this is the thing. Most people say, Mac, you so obsessed with attacking him. He's so obsessed with attacking folks like myself that eat meat, that run gear. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm supposed to do? Lay like a dead roach with my legs kicked up with my feet on my back, with my feet up in the air? No. The dude clearly looked like an idiot on there. He looked like a straight jackass. That was RX Muscle's worst podcast, interview, live stream. That was the worst ever to today. That right there was terrible. So I took clips of stuff just so I can back some of the things I'm saying. And then he's going so gun-ho. They said, Cali, so you say you're not getting protein. How you get protein? He said, the body makes protein. How the hell do the human body makes protein? How the hell do the body make the human body makes protein? This dude is a damn idiot. Like, some of the things he say is just beyond the imagination. And apparently he don't know what intuition is and inside voice is from talking about God talk to him. Because in the end, Armin asked him something that pertains to the Bible. And he's like, is that the New Testament or Old Testament? Because you know that been rewrote it. No, nigga, it's the same one that you've been reading, that you talking about. You were so touched. So then they asked him about his supplements. So you're going to push your weak ass cookies on people's, and then you say you're going to revamp it and some going to be plant-based because God, just because he enlightened me, he didn't tell me to bankrupt my businesses. First off, if your God really talked to you, he's not talking to you from a financial standpoint. He's talking to you from that third eye standpoint. That's why I can't be religious. I love being spiritual, because I'm not fit to feed off of the peoples by talking all this Lord stuff. Because did the Lord talk to you when you say you was a kid and you robbing, purse snatching and all of that? Where was he then? And then talking about the NFL, nigga, where? We like the same age. We close in age, and I ain't hear his name ringing. And I was an athlete, newspaper clippings and everything, track and field, football, water polo. I ain't hear his name. So, another fabrication. So, I'm like, I'm trying not to keep making videos about this dude, but he keep giving me what I'm looking for. And the icing on the cake was when my brother Big Nate hit me with a text this morning. Said, did you see that RX Muscle video with Cali Muscle? He sound dumb as shit. He's dumb as shit. I said, yeah, I seen that shit. I just don't understand it. He didn't answer no question. They asked him how long was he on fruit. He talked around it. He said he haven't ate meat in 2 years, which is a fucking lie because we've seen numerous videos of him eating protein. This year, early this year, he was eating some. Last year, he was eating some. So when did it? You see what I'm saying? But everybody like, oh my God, he looks good. Every goddamn addict that goes into rehab and recover looks better than they did. That don't mean they look good to where they can be a model. Total bullshit. And here goes the kicker. He's talking all this processed food is not good. It's gonna kill you. And all of this and all of that and all of this and all of that. But his kids and his wife is eating that. He said they get into it behind it because they eat some of the stuff. So while you sitting here downplaying everybody else's lifestyle and the Mac is poking at you about yours and what you doing with your choices, understand, don't throw no motherfucking stones when you live in a glass house because I'm going to throw them bitches right back. I take it just like how you taking it because I'm still eating what you talking about is bad and my health is way better than yours. You say you the most cut up out of everyone. No, you're not. You're not. I'm 189. No, you're 170 something. You have no legs. Lies. I was better. No. Michael Hearn, Mr. Natty, got the best physique and he's in his 50s. He's the most shredded right now. He's super shredded right now. It's not you. You have Jimbo that wash cars and smoke crack, smoke dope body. You got the typical body that I see every single day in the hood. Knock it off. Because I go get one of the old homies, put him on camera and show them how shredded he is. And he smoke dope, drink liquor, eat God knows what he can get his hands on. And he in his 60s. The average ones is in they mid, late 60s. The moral of this is, peoples, just because you are afraid to die, don't mean that you need to discourage everybody else and downplay what everybody else say. That's what you religious peoples do. Y'all pass judgment on everyone else instead of keeping the mirror in front of you and putting it on yourself. I want to live. Guess what? We all are going to die from something. Guaranteed. So what you think you're doing and what you think you're accomplishing, you're not. Because at the end of the day, you're going to die. You're going to die. So stop living in fear, homie. All that, I ain't ever been so scared in my life, even shootouts, this and that. Oh my God, you're from Oakland. Oakland just got all the way turned up once you came back down. Oakland's turned up now. But Oakland and the pen and in the jails and all that, them dudes are smooth. They don't have to worry about getting on a Crip card, the blood card, the blacks riding with the blacks, the Serenos riding with the Serenos. Because if you really was a shot caller like that, you'll still walk at 100%. You wouldn't be running around with a Sereno getting fed fruit. I'm just keeping it all the way G. That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to put these clips in here. I'm going to let y'all be the judge because this dude went on there looking like Sambo. 100%. And all he doing is talking in circles. He not answering no questions. And at the end of the video, Armand shut his whole thing down. Shut him completely down. Why? Because all of that blah, 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 blah didn't mean shit when he broke that book out. And he said, man, there's plenty more scriptures like that. Here you go with that goofy ass nervous laugh. Come on now. I'm a real one. I can read people. I can smell bullshit from a mile away. And he say it's not enlightened. The guy didn't want to bankrupt him from his finances, so he gonna still sell y'all the stuff that he's against. The stuff that he keep on saying is bad for everyone, he gonna continue selling it to y'all. And he think just because you say one side gonna be plant-based, all you gotta do is just get what? Plant-based flour, and then you gonna say the whole cookie plant-based? But you gotta put vanilla extract and all of that extra shit up in it, butter in it. He the type of think that butter is unhealthy. Butter don't sit in your body for years. He the type that'll think that. Anywho, it's the People's Champ, giving it to you gun barrel straight, raw and uncut, no filter. Those of you that like the video, hit the thumbs up button. Those of you that don't even leave a comment, because all I'm gonna do is just keep on firing at y'all. Every time I get, every chance I get, I'm gonna keep on firing on y'all. I'm gonna keep on coming at y'all all the way to the left. All of y'all tomorrow, oh, Mac, he's obsessed with Cali. He's in love with him. Nah, I ain't that nigga in the parking lot feeding the next one fruit. Wrong black guy. Wrong black guy. Y'all need to grow up, and y'all need to find some better role models. Till next time, smell y'all later.
Cali, so when God says, every creature that shall live shall be yours to eat, as with the green grasses, I give you all of these. So what does that mean to you? If God's telling us not to eat meat, but he's saying it in the Bible.
Oh, what did it say? Say it again.
So Genesis 9:3, every creature that lives shall be yours to eat, as with the green grasses. I give you all of these. There's a bunch of different verses in the Bible that talks about.
That's the New Testament.
old and new. Old and new. There's a bunch of, like Leviticus. There's a bunch of verses that talks about, you know, that's okay
meat.
for us to eat.
Oh, you talking about mushrooms?
No, eat meat.
Mushrooms. And you know how everybody got their own interpretation of the Bible. He talking about mushrooms.
It's animals.
No, he thinks he's talking about mushrooms. He doesn't think he's talking about it.
He's making a raspberry cow.
Yeah. Cali, we love you.
220.
Let me stop you for a second. What was the most you weighed when you were at your biggest?
270.
All right, and what were you?
But I didn't like that. I was that for about 10 days, and I trimmed down.
Okay. And how much you weigh now?
Shit, the damn probably about 187. Bro, when I had the watermelon fast, I only been spoke to by God twice in my life. This was the second time. The other time I was a little kid, and I was praying to him, and he spoke to me. I did this watermelon fast. God came and told me. So that's when you on that deathbed, or when you get that enlightening, your whole perspective change, and you on a mission for God to live, bro. I get it. I was the same way. I didn't get it. Like, bodybuilders that lost their size when they retire. And with my cookie business, we reformulating. We're going to have the regular cookies, but we also go at plant ingredients on another side. So I'm making my adjustments. I just can't bankrupt my businesses because God woke me up, and God, you know, didn't tell me to just throw all your businesses away because, you know, how you go eat or whatever. Like me, I still got a problem with, you know, some of the stuff my kids consume. And my wife, well, we was arguing like crazy during that watermelon stuff. Because I was enlightened. And so everything she ate or something, I had something to say, and you know.
The point I'm making is I'm not saying what you did, because what you did was to try to reverse what was going on. I'm saying as far as giving information to people out there, rather than telling them don't eat any protein, don't eat any meat, you know, you should only eat, you know, plants and stuff like that. Don't you think there's a middle ground? Like I try to educate people about the middle ground. Find the middle ground.
We losing lives, man. Why you? So that's
we're losing lives because people are extremists, though. Because they're doing too much of one thing.
Yeah, we losing lives because they eating all this fucking meat, all this processed shit. Why you don't tell them the truth? You can't consume none of that to live.
No, but
your arteries
I'll tell people.